So on the first morning of the trek, after the first night, second day I guess, that's the view from the toilet. Pretty nice. I got up and started the fire and watched the dawn break, just showing this jagged outline of trees along this ridge. There's the river where we've gotten our water and purified it. Ultimately, we're heading up to beyond that ridge. There are the cooks and porters getting packed up. And here's what I don't like the looks of so much. That's our first ascent this morning, and it is steep. Here's our campsite. There's Ankit. And I'm here too.
That's one of the very few. There's not very many.
So here we are at the lake.
Huh?
Here we are at the lake. Matt's thinking about going for a swim. We've just finished the, for me, most grueling day I've really ever had. We got to the top here, and there's a stone shelter. There were two ladies collecting medicinal herbs, and they've got a fire going, so we squeezed our way into their little stone shelter. And we're getting up there now. What's the altitude now? 12,500, did you say?
Math. It's 12,000, I think.
About 12,000. And you can't make it out, but the trail cuts across those mountains, and we're eagerly, Krishna's using the binoculars, hoping we see the rest of the party coming with tents and food and stove. Movie.
That's good.
Shiva.
So here's Shiva, god of the Himalayas.
Oh my goodness, just the ground is freezing.
And we have arrived at the Denasar lake, still frozen in parts.
Okay.
And I'm not going in. But you should if you want your sins to be erased.
Well, how far do you go in?
All the way.
You notice the ice on the lake over here.
You have to do your respects.
So it's important to take your shoes off before the temple of Shiva. And there's Krishna lighting some incense before the goddess. And everybody wants their picture taken while they pray to Shiva. And here are our porters going into the water. Yeah.
Can I get you to take some shots? You want me to bring it up?
No, I'll be right down. Christina put her leg in the water and screamed. And everybody turned around. No, 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 you must not scream where Shiva is. Our destination is Kulu, somewhere down that valley, 2 days hiking. We came, I don't think you can see the trail, but there's a trail, believe it or not, that brought us past this lake. And this pass, this is Siri Pass. And here's our campsite. The boys are building a fire. Tents are set up. And there's our toilet. Sunset at Siri Pass. There's the campfire. There are the tents. There's the kitchen tent. What a spot. Well, here we are on what may be the next to last day of the trek, and we keep being under the impression that the trail is going to be a gentle downhill climb to Kulu. But there's the trail. This is a level part. The steep part has been a little dicey. Here's our typical lunch. Fruity gives us a lot of sugar, which is good. Christina's enjoying her nuts. And even way up here is a perfect little shrine to, I guess, Shiva? Mm-hmm. Shiva, the goddess of the mountains. Thankfully, it's perfectly clear. The blessing of the mountain haze is that it lets you see ridge after ridge after ridge. It would not be fun here in a sleet storm like we had on day 2. They're slipping in the ice after snow. And here are some juniper branches, so this is somebody's cozy little spot. I bet plenty of shepherds have spent the night here.